Welcome to another episode of Jewelry in History. Hi, I'm David Bellman, owner of Bellman Jewelers, host of Gems of Knowledge, and part-time historical jewelry authenticator. Over the years, I've had the opportunity to review and authenticate many amazing historical items, some of which I've made into videos like this one, which you can find on the Bellman Jewelers YouTube channel, under the playlist Jewelry in History. Recently, I was asked by RR Auctions to examine one of the most amazing pocket watches I have ever seen. It belonged to none other than the notorious gangster, Al Capone. As I examine the watch, let me give you a little historical background about Al. Alphonse Gabriel Capone was born in 1899 in Brooklyn, New York, to poor immigrant parents. Before leaving for Chicago in 1920 and beginning his involvement in organized crime, Al worked odd jobs, which included being a bouncer in a local New York nightclub. One night, he made an indecent remark to a woman at the bar. Her brother punched Capone and then slashed him across the face, leaving 3 indelible scars that inspired his enduring nickname, Scarface. Capone went on to become one of the most infamous gangsters in American history. In 1920, during the height of Prohibition, Capone's multi-million-dollar Chicago operation in bootlegging, prostitution, and gambling dominated the organized crime scene. In fact, Capone earned over $60 million each year just selling illegal liquor alone. Capone was responsible for many brutal acts of violence, mainly against other gangsters. The most famous of these was the St. Valentine's Day Massacre on February 14, 1929. Posing as police officers, gunmen assassinated 7 rival gang members in cold blood in a North Side Chicago garage. Although Capone was staying in his Miami home at the time, the public and the media immediately blamed him for the massacre. He was dubbed Public Enemy Number 1. In response to the public outcry over the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, President Hoover ordered the federal government to step up its efforts to get Capone on income tax evasion. The Supreme Court had ruled in 1927 that income gained from illegal activities was taxable, which gave the government a strong case for prosecuting Capone. It was federal agent Elliot Ness who led a team of officers known as the Untouchables to capture Al Capone. They were called the Untouchables because they couldn't be corrupted. Ness and his crew began raiding illegal stills, speakeasies, and breweries, bringing major damage to Capone's operation. Although he was never indicted for his racketeering, he was finally brought to justice for income tax evasion in October 1931 and sentenced to 11 years in prison and fined $80,000. Capone began serving his time at the U.S. Penitentiary in Atlanta, but amid accusations that he was manipulating the system and receiving cushy treatment, he was transferred to the maximum security lockup at Alcatraz in California's San Francisco Bay. Although he was very ill and spent his final year in prison in a hospital, he eventually got out early in 1939 for good behavior. After Capone was released, he lived a lavish lifestyle in Miami, where he died in 1947. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the watch. The pocket watch was made by the Illinois Watch Company. This watch was truly one of a kind. There's no mention in the company archives that another watch like it was ever made. The movement in case number is 5,281,719 and shows that the watch was manufactured by the Illinois Watch Company, which was located in Springfield, Illinois. This number also tells us that the watch was manufactured in the year 1929. The Illinois Watch Company total watch production from years 1872 to 1948 was over 5.7 million watches. The watch case is triangular shaped and made of pure platinum. The face of the watch is surrounded by 72 single-cut diamonds weighing nearly 3/4 of a carat. On the reverse side of the watch, we find a circle of diamonds and the initials AC pave set in platinum, containing 49 single-cut diamonds with a total weight of 60 points. Al Capone's one-of-a-kind handmade platinum and diamond watch was sold at auction on June 26, 2017, for the price of $84,000.